Maglang in the previous episode. Somewhere in the universe there is a special planet with unusual countries, one of which is the Kingdom of Magic Languages, where all the royal nobility and retinue are parts of speech, and words are living actors of the language theaters. Maglang, the Kingdom of Magic Languages. Maglang, Королівство чарівних мов. There were times when the Kingdom of Magic Languages, Maglang, didn't yet have neither a verbal name nor a language with words and songs. That is, there was no national anthem either, because the languages itself were absent. All their planet was mute and unusual to us earthlings. But there was a flourishing of other fields: painting, sculpture, coloristics. Citizens communicated by telepathically transmitting images, pictures, colors. There was its own romance and charm there, which carefully was kept in numerous museums, academies, festivals. But times change, and the age of magical languages very quickly created new orders and traditions, without rejecting the good that was before. The flag of the Kingdom of Bright Shades was very colorful and motley, so it was decided to take only one color from it: the color of young leaves of the royal rose, which symbolizes novelty, development, and progress. Indeed, since the first words and languages appeared, the Kingdom of Bright Shades became a Kingdom of Magic Languages, Maglang. New knowledge and perspectives filled up everything in the country. The new name appeared, and the old one as well, because before they were only colors and pictures, and the documentation was written, drawn by artists. The best specialists of the kingdom worked to create the emblem of the young country. It was decided to choose the mysterious color of coffee with milk and the juice of the petal of the magic royal rose for the background. This shade symbolized the unknown and all the secrets of the universe, and was also the most popular on the planet. Only the royal ghost who knows possessed the exact recipe of elite coffee. Subsequently, the best artists and stylists choose the colors and design of inscriptions, decorations of the emblem. The selection of the palette was standard for all countries of the planet. The coat of arms must contain all the colors of the royal family, and others that are popular among the people were allowed. As for the design, it was decided to choose the king's favorite style: exquisite, mysterious minimalism. After choosing the best 12 sketches of the future emblem, it was the national referendum, and people chose this handsome version. The Meghlengh's emblem became like a talisman, an artifact of +10 to every virtue of the country, and brought happiness and prosperity. The capital letters M and L symbolize the shortest name of the kingdom: ML, Magic Languages, Maglang, the Kingdom of Magic Languages. Later, when they started flights to other planets and citizens of Maglang visited Ukraine, they found the similarity of their emblem to the Ukrainian emblem, the trident. But everything will not happen soon. Now we are talking about how it all began and where it all came from. Although all the secrets of our unusual kingdom have not yet been fully explored, so it's more interesting to discover them. The flag with the emblem are important attributes of the state, so they were already ready. Amazingly optimistic and beautiful, which made all the citizens of Maglang to be proud of and to be envied by other states. By our earthly standards, the most important attribute of any state is language. But on this planet for thousands of years there was a language of telepathic exchange of images, and real languages were just being born. Regarding the national anthem, in the first years of the creation of the Kingdom of Magic Languages, it was simply absent, because nobody yet knew how to write music and lyrics yet. It took a lot of work to create a beautiful and majestic royal anthem. Instead of it, initially a short but comprehensive slogan was created: knowledge, love, creativity. Only later these words entered the anthem. Knowledge is the light that dissolves the darkness of ignorance and the fear of the unknown. It has become very prestigious to study in Maglang, especially to learn different languages. All languages are keys to other sciences. Love is the magical warmth of the soul and fuel for flights and dreams, the driving force of life itself and development. Creativity is the harmonious union of knowledge and love for the realization of dreams. Before the discovery of magic languages, when Maglang was still the kingdom of bright shades, there were coins made of precious metals and gems from the underground tsardom of ignorance. It was almost the only thing that the ignorance could be proud of, natural free resources. But later, money signs began to change all over the planet, like the whole usual course of things. Words are real wealth. The more they were born, the richer our kingdom became, because each word is such a little treasure chest filled with different meanings. One word can mean several things at the same time, form a word game with friends, describe something that doesn't exist now, but is only dreamed of. And words could become banknotes, and letters exchangeable coins. How can it happen that words are actors of language theaters and at the same time money? I will say even more. Words are so unique that they can also be a weapon that can endure or kill, and medicine that cures almost all diseases. And some words can even give longevity and immortality, because there is magic in it, stronger than atomic energy, a huge field for scientists to study. This is not an ordinary country, where anyone can be rich, even insolent, that robs others. In Maglang, the wealth depends on knowledge. The more you learn, the more money you have. And if you want to save wealth, you must use it and admire it, because it will be offended and disappear. Knowledge, love, creativity. Under this motto, the Kingdom of Magic Languages prospers and grows rich. The treasury of the Kingdom of Magic Languages was filled by every citizen, paying generous taxes. But almost no one was against high deductions from earnings, unless they were lazy or brawlers who could lose their citizenship because of it. Prevailing majority of people diligently studied a lot in order to increase their and society's wealth. Everyone in the country has a personal garden for growing local money. In any civilized country, power is divided into three main parts: legislative, executive, and judicial. These three branches of the power are also present in the kingdom, and they are completely independent, not concentrated in one hand, like the crazy neighbors in the tsardom of ignorance do. There, Tsar Mulon the Dark has usurped all the power in his hands and considers himself almost God. Our king verb was and is a standard of wisdom and justice. Legislative power, the beginning of all beginnings. This branch of the power is responsible for writing laws, by which the country lives. In our royal parliament, 1,248 deputies write the laws of the magic country. They become only the most intelligent citizens, who are at the same time the most rich, because here everything is interconnected. It's logical that laws are made better and better, more harmonious every time. Executive power is the branch that is responsible for the implementation of laws. This is the cabinet of ministers, headed by the prime minister. The selection of ministers is carried out together with the king and the parliament. The country has 8 main ministries: science, culture, order, education, health, force, friendship, and happiness. This is perfectly sufficient for the harmonious growth and development of Maglang. Judicial power in Maglang is the fairest courts in the galaxy of colorful waterfalls, and perhaps beyond. It's not enough to create the best laws, put them into practice. It's also necessary to create the system of punishment for violation of the laws, so that even the thought of a crime should be painful, and everyone can read thoughts here, although there are ways to mask them, and even imitate other thoughts. In civilized countries, there is one more imperceptible but very important influential power, the fourth. These are mass media, means of mass information. Newspapers, magazines, radio, television. King verb started by founding the newspaper Royal Herald. It was the first printed edition, from which journalism and even writing art began. The first poems and short stories were published there, not only news. Just imagine how wide horizons can be opened by the birth and development of at least one language in a country, where only the exchange of pictures were practiced for communication. Language opens the possibility to plan to describe not only facts, but also different opinions about facts. Even philosophy is impossible without language. So the rapid development of all creative professions began in the kingdom. Every language is an encrypted unique view of the universe, and it's not just a mirror in which this universe is reflected. Every language adds something unique to it, just as artists, painting the same landscape, will never paint 2 identical pictures. Therefore, in the Kingdom of Magic languages, all languages were appreciated and loved. People considered them the greatest wealth and carefully collected. Eventually, all the neighboring countries have seen that the Kingdom of Magic languages rapidly began to develop and prosper. Most of them became interested in this experience of successful neighbors. The king verb generously shared secrets, welcomed foreign students into his kingdom, and was very happy to have his ideas take up more space. Just the tsardom of ignorance only increased hostility and envy. You can talk about this fairy tale kingdom for hours and days, but there still will be mysteries and curiosities. It would be cool to get there yourself and to see everything with your own eyes. And there is available even such a magical way. In the next episode, number 8, the veil of this secret will be lifted. as well as about the interplanetary relations of the Kingdom of Magic Languages, trade in languages and knowledge. See you later! To be continued. Далі буде.